Nessa girl, this was a very eye-opening episode of Fix My Life. I wish I had me a drink so I could stir it up right now, but don't worry about it because I'm going to go down to the bar after I go get some ice cream. This episode has left me in a really reflective place because it's got me thinking about just how the decisions that we make as individuals affect other people around us, and how the family dynamic could forever be altered due to false narratives. Like, we already knew that mama was lying. We knew she was lying. And you know, one thing watching Iyanla Fix My Life has helped me do in terms of analyzing these people and analyzing people in my own life is that I'm strengthening my ability to look past what the person did and ask myself, what is going on with someone that would cause them to do something like that? I think that mama, as much as I want to hate her, I can't. I feel bad for her too, and I think that there is a multitude of things that has happened to this woman that has made her that way. Number one, I think it's her unresolved trauma, her being raped at whatever, and you see how when the daughter brought it up, the mother got real upset and she said, you know, so that motherfucker raped me or whatever she said. Like, she got enraged really quickly. That's part of it. Part of it too is the whole dynamic between her never loving Mr. Monzel and faulting him in her head as the reason she could never be happy, despite the fact that some of that unhappiness may stem from that childhood rape. It perplexed me though how in the midst of being caught, you've been caught red-handed, you still lacked the level of remorse in which I feel you should have. Now that alone I think is mental illness. You push three beings out of your soul who are sitting here hurting and you ain't got no tears for nobody. Like, she didn't have no tears for anyone. That concerns me. She did have a slight breakthrough at the very end when she told Nicole, you know, I didn't want you. And that's got to be a very hard thing for a child to hear, even as an adult. But it helps it all make sense. And I hope that Nicole has gotten somewhat of the closure that she needs. And so for me, this is what I want to do, y'all. I want us to think about that co-worker you got. Think about that classmate you got or that neighbor you got that's just fuck-ass crazy. Quick to pop off. And before you get upset with them, ask yourself, what happened to this person that made them this way? Nicole looked like she hell on wheels to deal with. Iyanla was absolutely right in terms of her fighting in front of her children, and the fact that she rationalized me slinging you from left to right was fine because I could have hit you and hurt you. It's like, girl, are you 11 years old with this rationale and you're doing it in front of your kids? And Iyanla got her with, you know, you are not a good mother. And I know a lot of women, that statement would offend them. But she's like, no, you mother them well. But any woman that's got that much stink up under her skin, there's no way in hell you could be a good mother. And I completely get what Iyanla was saying. First off, if you got that much pent up rage and anger in you, your relationships are that severed with your family members, your sisters, your mom and dad, not only you're not a good mother, there's no way possible you can be a good person, or at least a whole person 360. The middle sister seemed to have been, you know, impacted. I don't know who was impacted worse, Nicole or the middle sister. I don't know who I feel bad for more, Nicole or the middle sister. I will say this. I believe everything that came out Mr. Monzel's mouth. And unfortunately, that mom committed a crime that I could never, me personally, could never forgive her for. I understand that things hurt And I understand that people lie. I just don't know that I could get over completely you altering 25 years of my history and causing this much discord between family. I don't know that I can forgive it. I don't know that there's no level of understanding that would make me not want to vomit or get upset every time I see that mama. I like that middle daughter. I like the fact that she came around and was like, I need to hear you say this the same way you said it to me all these years. And I love her for that. Like, get what you need out of this experience. And that mama still looked like she lacked the ability to do it properly. You know, and I don't want to keep throwing everything in the mental illness box, because that seems to be the new trend in America. The moment somebody do something wrong, we want to scream mental illness. I'm trying to understand Miss Yvonne, but I just don't. I just don't. I would want Iyanla to do a follow-up with some of these families a year or two later to see what is going on. And I hope that those daughters were able to come together. It's just unfortunate because I believe amongst siblings and parents, there is a time for sister-like bonding or mother to son, mother to daughter type bonding. And I think Miss Yvonne has ruined that for them. I think that they've had so much discord and pain amongst themselves that will always rear its ugly head in their relationship. The moment you try to get close to one, you're going to remember that time she punched you out or whatever the case may be. But another thing that I did learn from Iyanla is, instead of sitting in the disappointment of not being able to have the most sisterly relationship, they do have an opportunity to create relationships as two healthy adults. And I hope that happens for all of them. Miss Yvonne, there's a special place in hell for a bitch with a roller set just like you. That causes division amongst women. There's a special place in hell. You're going to look like a hot mess with those Women of Brewster Place glasses and that old lady who synced your hairdo. And anyway, Nessa girl, it's Saturday. I'm going to go to Baskin Robbins and get me some ice cream and go down to the bar. And I'll call you later, girl. Bam!